Hi, welcome to part two of DemonDemon.com's Let's Play for Ultimate Demon. Already quite a few comments on the YouTube channel and a few posts on the website. One of the common themes is why do my articles keep failing on either sign up or submission. The main reason for this is probably the Panda update from March of 2011, which meant that a lot of the sites that were around previously closed down in the few months that succeeded that. So from about July and August, probably 50%, if not more, article sites that were around in 2010 and early 2011 have closed or are no longer accepting submissions, which is a shame. But then there are other reasons why people fail to get the number of submissions they should do, and one of the basic ones is that these sites are very different. Now, if you don't know how I got to the stage this situation is in now, go to the first video, go to Let's Play 1, and it will show you how to set this up. Except rather than a Web 2, this is an article site. I've got most of the stuff done. So we're going to add sites. We've got to that stage. We'll put the article in and everything else. Click on type. Right, you've got several different types. Article, these are the individual sites that need individually scripting for sign up and submission to be successful. So if you have a look in this column here, article. We'll widen this column up a bit. Then you've got article beach, article dashboard, article friendly, your article MS, and then if you look from about halfway down, they're all your WordPress. Now this is WPMU, WordPress Multi-User Plugin article sites. So to place an article on there, you basically join a WordPress site and become a user of it. However, they are fundamentally different from the other article sites in that they do not use a resource box, and the resource link for your article needs to be in the article body. So when you do a check for links later, you will not get a link if it's in the resource box and you've posted to a WPMU site, which is 50%. So immediately, if you're following the normal procedure, and it is about 50%, if not a little bit more, if you use a resource box and you don't put a link in the main article body, you will fail on the WordPress sites. Conversely, if you put a link in the body, and you will fail on all the others. So you have to treat this as two separate submissions. It's a pain in the bum, but there you go. Now, one thing I'm just going to go down to where, there we go. So what you do is sort them by type. All the WordPress ones will be at the bottom, which I say is about 50%. Set up your article normally. So I'm going to add, I'll put some categories, and it's going to be fiction. In this case, it's fiction, home, general. I hope I spelled every time I write miscellaneous. I hope I've spelt that right. Select all. I didn't want to select all, did I? Never mind. You see, I've got far more in there than I can just unselect. So what it's done by putting those categories in, there we go. Add those. By putting those categories in, it's automatically gone and selected the right category to try and post my article to. So out of 1,000, 526, about 500 are normal article sites, and the other 500 are WPMU WordPress sites. I've set everything else up. It's the same fella. It's David Jones again. He's put his bump in there. He's done a normal resource box. Spin, spin, spin. Off he goes. You'll notice the body of the article isn't spun. I'll explain why it isn't later and why that works. Demon article 1 save, and off it goes. So there's the first part of this. The first thing you can do, the first massive tip, is separate your articles into two types: WordPress and the rest. What goes in WordPress won't go in the rest. If you put an article link, put a link in your article body, nobody other than WordPress will accept it. If you don't put a link in your article body, then you won't get a link on the WordPress sites. And as 50% of the sites out there are WPMU WordPress sites, you have to separate them and treat them separately. So there's the answer to why 50% of your sites don't end up giving you a link before we go any further. I'll do some more videos on articles later on, but I hope that's helped you a little bit. Anyway, thanks for your time. We'll be back later on looking at bookmarking, which I know is another one that I've already got an email box full of people telling me that bookmark is different in this than it is from BMD, and voting's not as easy in this and whatnot. There's all sorts of ways around this, and in many ways bookmarking is a lot better and simpler in this, but in the next 48 hours or so I'll stick up a bookmarking video for you that want to see it. Okay, well thanks very much for your time. Take care. Bye bye.